G'day, sir.
G'day, sir, you alright?
I am alright, how are you?
Not too bad.
I'm happy to hear that. I see that there's no brace on your hand.
So there's not...
Meaning your hand is not broken anymore?
Almost. I think it's still not fully healed. It still hurts a little bit.
Then why did you take off your brace? If it still hurts. If it still needs to be protected.
See, it's been 4 weeks already, and the healing was supposed to take 4 to 6 weeks. No, it's been 5 weeks now.
Okay, okay, that's a perfect
So I would say...
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly started taking it off for work.
Yeah.
Because it's just much easier to actually operate, and like I use my hands a lot, so it's just much easier.
That's fair enough.
And also it started giving me dry skin, I think.
It started hurting you more than it does good.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, sometimes the things that are meant to, heal us are the very things that hurt us.
Sometimes we need to let them go.
And sometimes we need to let them go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in. That was today's episode. You're so very welcome for this lesson.
Philosophical, deep message here that you got. You see, how about you thank us, guys? How about you write all in the comment, thank you for this wisdom, and then just tune off. We see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
No, quite the contrary. Welcome to this new episode of Don't Scream, I'll Cry, where Dorian and I talk about anything that is of interest to us and to you, well, we hope. And this very podcast that started because Dorian and I thought there isn't enough dudes with podcasts already. So we were like, hey, do you know what?
We also have something to say.
Yeah, that the world definitely needs to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I think mansplaining and making a podcast, they just go together so well. Do you know what I mean? It's no surprise to me that there is such an influx of men doing podcasts.
Yeah, I see that. Because you just like to hear yourself talk.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
One does.
Yeah, but me too.
Yeah.
I'm but a man.
You're but a man.
I'm but a man.
I'm not as good at that. Being in front of a camera is a bit...
Yeah, Mr. Actor Man.
See, the thing is that it's completely two completely different experiences, because as an actor, I'm in front of the camera in character, not as myself.
Yeah.
When I'm in front of the camera as myself, that's where it starts. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
To be a problem.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm not as confident and comfortable yet as I wish I was. But that's to be worked on.
That's to be worked on.
Exactly.
And that is getting better every episode.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, you're also doing the outros.
Yes.
I
just did an outro.
Yeah, you did. Wrong place in the podcast, but
damn,
still okay. This week's podcast filming, is a bit funny for us, isn't it? This week's Thursday, so for you, yesterday, I will have traveled to Germany.
Yeah.
And I will stay in Germany for about a week, maybe a bit longer. Mm-hmm. And that would sadly mean that there is not going to be a podcast episode next week because I am, not there. We're in 2 different countries and there's no way for us to film remotely. Mm-hmm. However, because we didn't want this to happen. Because
we've come up with a solution.
So
we're so brilliant for that solution.
So brilliant. Literally no one would have ever thought of this.
Yeah.
So we're pre-filming an episode. Woo! We're basically filming next week's episode tomorrow. So for us, 2 podcast episodes are happening in the span of 2 days.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for you, they happen in the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah, and for a second it was supposed to be on the same day as well.
Yeah, we even considered doing it in the same day because you're very busy this week.
Yeah.
And so there was no other way to fit in this second pre-recording, this second podcast episode. So we were thinking to do both today, which would have been one really long conversation for us.
With a quick costume change.
Yes, we would just change. Would you have changed? Would you have?
I think I would have changed. Yeah.
Me too.
Just at least have the impression.
To keep the illusion.
Exactly.
I mean, we would still talk about it. We would still mention it that this happened in the same day.
Yeah.
But just to keep it interesting.
Spice things up a little bit.
Yeah. But no, we were. What kind of clothing were you meant to wear? What do you want to spice up?
Funny.
So yeah, we decided to. No, we were then able to split that onto 2 days. So yeah, that's going to be a bit funny for us.
Yeah.
And
funny fish.
Yeah, funny fish. Hey. Those are the best crisps there are.
And they're vegan.
And they're vegan! Oh my god, not all of them, but like my favorite.
Yeah.
Hungarian crisps, funny frisch. Oh, when I'm in Germany, I'm gonna have them.
You should bring some because I miss them too.
I will. Those are, without doubt, my favorite crisps in the world. And there is no alternative to it.
Yeah, I was trying to find some in the UK.
Yeah, and
I failed.
Every now and then he brings some. Like when he's coming home from work, he says, "Oh, I think these ones really taste like Hungarian funny frisch." And I say, "No, because nothing does. Like, only they taste like it." Mm-hmm. And they're so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not. We don't have a brand deal
yet.
Guys, like, please sell in the UK. Why not? Why not? Like, the only way for me to get funny frisch here is when I go to a German deli, which are very rare.
Yeah.
And then in a German deli, you pay 2 or 3 times the price.
Yeah. God, £3 for a pack of crisps.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
4 quid. And, I mean...
Worth it.
There is worse things to be complaining about, but... we're just being a bit dramatic, especially since I will be able to eat them this week.
Nah, good for you.
Yeah. So that's that, just so you know. And...
just so you know, Rafa's going to eat his favourite crisps this week.
No, not that. Just so you know that we're going to film the podcast episodes in rapid succession. In case... What?
A rapid succession.
Yeah. I'm the vocab king.
Nice.
Sometimes I want to sound smarter. Like, you know, do have an accent. I stutter with my words, so sometimes I really want to...
Make...
Yeah? Sound like a...
Make up for it.
Yeah, I want to make up for it. I edit out a lot of my stutters.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know it, but I do have a stutter sometimes.
I don't know it.
You don't know it?
No, I know that you have a stutter sometimes. I didn't know that you...
Edit it out?
No, yeah.
Edit it out?
Edit it out.
Edit it out?
Edit it out.
Edit it out?
Edit it out.
Okay, anyway, so how are we going to structure today's episode? Today I brought something interactive.
Yes.
As I mentioned last week, I wanted to bring sayings. German sayings, but also international sayings. And you would have to guess what they mean. Because these sayings are so abstract sometimes. They are... I mean, probably they have a really good and valid explanation of why they exist. I think maybe back in the day when they, started happening, they relate to folklore or legend or something. There must be some explanation to these.
Yeah.
But nowadays they sound so random. Everyone in the country understands them because they met them in that context.
Yeah.
So what I will not be able to do when I tell you these sayings, I will not be able to give you any context because through the context you will immediately get it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So I will say the English translation, which will sound so literal and so bad.
Yeah. Are you also going to say the German one?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I will not do is when I present a French one, I will not say the French.
Yeah.
I was already overwhelmed with the Louvre. Louvre.
Yeah.
Louvre.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you ready for that?
I'm so ready.
Okay. So the first one is German. The first few ones will be German. I will announce when it is other languages. But the first one is, now we have the salad. And it is not literally, let's eat.
Yeah. Okay. How do you say it in German?
Jetzt haben wir den Salat.
Okay. It can either be, let me think, give me a moment. It can be when maybe someone destroys something or makes a mistake. And it's like, now we have a salad.
Okay.
Or the other option I have is quite the opposite, that like someone, that there's like a group working towards something and they succeed and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, now we have a salad.
Okay, so either it's celebratory or it is pointing out that someone made a mess.
Yeah, but I think it's the mess.
That is correct.
Is actually?
That is correct. I would have never thought, wow. That is correct. Like you basically, now we have the salad means now we have the mess.
Yeah, cool. It makes sense.
It does make sense.
Because there's so
many little
ingredients
pieces
in the salad and like you mix it and it's, it doesn't have a shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ha.
Really good. I don't think I would have gotten that. Really good.
Okay, I'm just warming up.
Yeah. To put a tooth on.
put a tooth on. How is it in German?
Einen Zahn zulegen. To add a tooth.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I like that's
Add a
something.
tooth. Oh, wow.
That's something I could say to you.
Maybe like spice something up.
Okay, yeah.
Like
it's not
with
wrong.
with a little twist.
Not a twist. But like I can say that to you. I can say, Dorian, put a tooth on, or add a tooth.
Uh-huh. Like be a bit more brave, maybe.
You are going into the right direction. It's not that, but it is surprisingly close.
Okay, what is it?
Go faster.
Ah.
Speed it up.
Yeah.
So if we're walking to town and we're late,
Yeah.
and then I'm a bit, ahead of you, I can tell you, put a tooth on. Like add a tooth.
I really wonder what's behind that saying.
I think that I know.
What is it?
That comes from engines, I think. I'm not sure. But engines, do you know, have cylinders and stuff? And I think maybe back in the day they were called teeth.
Okay.
Or like the way machines work and they have a teeth, like
Yeah, I know what you
have
mean.
teeth and then they interlock. I don't know exactly, but I think it comes from engines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wow, baby.
I'm so good.
This is going great.
Nice.
Okay.
How many do you have?
A lot.
Okay.
To have tomatoes on the eyes.
To not see something clearly.
I mean, obviously, but there is a small twist to that.
Or maybe to see something negatively, like to be negative about something.
No. The same saying also exists for, like there's another saying that says the exact same thing, which is to not be able to see the woods because of all the trees. Now think about that.
Like to be blinded by something.
Yes, to be
something
blinded
obvious.
by... Yes, that's it.
Ah.
To not see something that is extremely obvious.
Okay.
So both sayings, I'm not able to see the woods because of all the trees, and I have tomatoes on the eyes, mean to not be able to see something that is so clear.
Okay.
That was close as well.
Nice.
Okay, I want to give you something difficult.
Please do.
Okay. To promise the blue from the sky.
Oh, okay. I think I know a similar saying.
Oh.
Oh no, I don't know a
And I
similar
wanted to say
saying.
something similar, something difficult.
No, maybe I don't. Maybe.
Maybe it's better to say to promise the blue off of the sky.
To like promise someone the world. To like make big promises.
Yeah, to make big promises.
This is going better than I expected. Oops.
Yes, like it's basically to promise something, like it's to offer more than you can deliver.
Yeah.
To promise bigger than you can probably follow up with.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. To go someone on the cookie.
Okay. To.
Oh, I stopped saying these things in German.
Oh yeah, do say it in German. Also say the other one.
Jemanden auf den Keks gehen.
Okay. What was the other one?
Which one?
The sky?
Das Blaue vom Himmel versprechen.
Oh, that sounds so pretty.
Yeah.
German does sound pretty. German is such a pretty language.
You're literally the only person I've ever met who said that.
I really don't understand this whole German slander for like sounding so aggressive and sounding so...
It really
of course,
doesn't.
if you say it aggressively,
Yes.
of course it's going to sound aggressive.
I have such a big problem with that.
Yeah.
German has this stigma
Yeah.
that it is a very harsh language.
Because you have like hard consonants, but like so many other languages do too.
Yeah, for me, I think what I learned when I learned the standard American accent in school, what my teacher pointed out is that what makes German so harsh sounding is also the vowels, because they're very short and they're always staccato. They're like very, for example, in American you connect all the words together and like there's barely any pause.
Yeah.
However, whenever I see people say, oh, German is such a harsh language, ha ha ha, you know, doing the same joke over and over again, they say these words really loudly and like very aggressively.
Yeah.
Of course it sounds
aggressive. Yeah.
But I remember when you were hearing the first proper German words, like when you actually listened to me for the first few times in a conversation, German can be such a sweet language.
Yes, like all the ich endings.
There's a lot of...
Yeah.
For example, you were really surprised by numbers.
Yes.
20, 50, 55.
Yeah, that sounds like a name for a dog.
Yeah, I remember like when you learned the numbers, you were also saying like you want dogs called 20, 50, 55. 55,
Yeah.
70.
Yeah.
Like, how is that a harsh thing to say?
Yeah.
Eichhörnchen.
I was just thinking about that word.
Eichhörnchen.
Yeah. Where's that squirrel?
Yeah.
Well, okay, coming back
Sorry.
to the... What was it again, the last one?
To go someone on the cookie.
Okay. My guess is to overstep. Like, to step on someone's toes.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost. It is, yes, you are overstepping in a way, but it's not you're stepping on their toes. You're doing something that they don't like.
Okay. So that means to do something someone doesn't like.
No. Specifically, to go someone on the cookie means you annoy me. You're driving me crazy.
Okay. Okay. I was close enough.
That was close enough. Like, all of them are close enough.
Why? What does cookie have to do with it?
Maybe-
That's so interesting how these things are created. I would really love to know stories behind it, because like some you can figure out, you know, like promise someone the blue from the sky, you know, like it's kind of...
I think that's literally the one that I wouldn't have gotten.
Really?
I mean, oh no, maybe, because it's quite figuratively.
Yeah.
To promise something, blue from... Yeah, okay, no,
Yeah.
to be fair, yeah. Okay, I think that's the last German one that I have.
Okay.
Just because we were speeding through these, because you actually have them right.
I aced them.
To spread honey around someone's mouth.
Okay, that I think I actually know. That it means like to, not to censor yourself, but like to not say the harsh truth.
Yeah, to sweet talk something.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, you do sweet talk them.
Uh-huh.
So basically, it is to compliment someone, to butter someone up, to get what you want.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
not
that's slightly
quite that.
different, yeah.
It's slightly different.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I think you also heard me say it
I think so too.
a few times.
I think
even in
so too.
English. Okay, that's it. But I still want to do some
Okay.
in German. Okay.
Okay.
Because this went way too quick.
Okay.
You're way
hit
too
me
good
up.
with that.
Oh well.
I think my pig whistles.
How do you say it in German?
Ich glaube, mein Schwein pfeift. Pfeift.
I think my pig whistle.
What am I trying to say?
Something like maybe that like someone says something that you don't want to hear, and you're like, oh, did someone say anything? Did someone say something?
That's smart. I like that.
Yeah.
That's not, no. That's
No.
not. Yeah.
What is it?
It's a way of saying I can't believe it.
Ah,
Like, this
okay.
is unrealistic. I cannot believe this.
Yeah.
Like, I think my pig whistles.
I like mine's more.
Yeah,
My
I think-
explanation more.
Your explanation, at least nowadays, makes more sense.
Yeah. Like, did someone say something? I think my pig whistles. But nice, cool.
And then the other one, you know. I think I spider.
Yeah, like I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm not right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mostly people say it in rage. Not to actually question if they're going crazy, but to like make a point. Like,
Okay.
I must be going crazy because this is not
Yeah.
appropriate,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of parents say that when they tell off their children. Oh, ich glaube, ich spinne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to international ones.
All right.
Some that have surprised me. Do you also want to guess what country they're from? No, but
Yes.
There's literally nothing that hints to that. There's literally nothing that hints to that.
All right,
It
then
might
maybe
be
not.
really difficult. Let's.
Well, I already know that you have a French one there, because you said that.
I actually think I didn't screenshot any from France. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I have three
Well,
from.
I definitely know that there's no French one
Yeah.
there.
Well, there you go. I have three from China.
Okay.
The saying goes, fruits from the same tree have different tastes.
That means maybe that despite being a family, you can, like, be your own. You're your own person.
This is exactly what it means. What? How did you
Because
get
tree,
there?
family tree, and there is also a Polish saying that says
The apple doesn't fall.
the apple doesn't fall from the tree.
Yeah, that's also a German saying.
Yeah.
What? It literally means, the explanation here is, members of the same family have different personalities.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow.
And that was from China.
That was from China.
Yeah.
Another one from China
Yeah.
is playing an instrument to a cow. Oh, you're playing an instrument to a cow.
Like you're trying to explain something to someone who's definitely not gonna get it.
What?
Nice.
You're so good with that.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna drink some water.
I'm what?
Nice. Are you impressed?
Yeah.
I am enjoying this so much.
Yeah, of course you are. Okay. Last one from China. Drawing a snake with feet.
Okay, that I don't know.
Okay. That is a bit more
Drawing
abstract.
a snake with feet.
Oh, you're drawing a snake with feet.
Maybe that.
I don't think you.
Like you try to do something impossible. Like that you don't have the tools to do something.
No.
Okay. What was it?
Okay, wait. I really want you to get there.
Okay.
I give you a hint. It's not impossible. It's just unnecessary.
Oh, like you're going an extra mile to do something even though you don't need to. Like you put more effort, and there's an easier way to go about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is specifically, it is telling a story with unnecessary information.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
Nice. Those are quite what's it called? They're quite
Straightforward?
intuitional.
Intuitional.
Yeah.
I think sayings have that on them. I'm just so curious if the roles were reversed, if I would be able to do the same.
Well, I can bring some tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Okay. The next one
Yeah.
is Gaelic.
Okay.
And it goes, a cat in mittens won't catch mice. What does that mean?
A cat in mittens won't catch mice. Maybe that don't be too cautious. It's actually.
It goes, being careful and polite doesn't always get things done. Damn! You're so good at that. You should be inventing these.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. I actually did not expect that.
Okay.
Because I think only two I didn't get. I didn't get the snake, and I didn't get the cookies.
I mean, to be fair, you were close with the snake, but instead of unnecessary, you were thinking impossible.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you had that unlocked,
Yeah.
then you would have gotten there, because you did get there.
Yeah.
Okay, the next two ones
Yeah.
are Kenyan.
Okay.
And I'm only saying so many because you're speeding through these.
Yeah.
The saying goes, when elephants fight, it is the grass that gets hurt.
Ooh. Maybe it has something to do with parents fighting and the kids being hurt by that.
Almost. No, it is exactly that.
Is it actually?
Not necessarily parents, but the saying means, fights of the powerful only hurt the little guys. And I was thinking politicians.
Okay.
Like, if politicians fight, it's the population that is suffering.
Yeah.
But I think, parents also works with that, if the powerful...
I think I just went too specific.
No, I mean, the powerful parents to the little ones.
Yeah, what I meant is that, like, I went too specific with specifically parents instead of saying that,
Right,
like... Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. The next one, that one is a bit more abstract.
Okay.
I said that to the last one as well.
Yeah.
Slippery grounds does not recognize a king. Probably do not recognize a king.
That the powerful are above law. They shouldn't, but they are. That, like, they cannot suffer.
It means the opposite, actually.
Oh, does it?
Slippery grounds do not recognize a king.
Oh, do not recognize. Of course. Yeah. So, like, yeah.
It means, like, when we're on slippery grounds, we will all slip.
Of course.
It doesn't matter if you're a king or
Of
not.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least there's one.
You know, I just, do not recognize. I think my brain went recognize the king.
Yeah.
And I was actually going to say that. That's such a hurtful saying.
Yeah. Such a mean thing to say.
Such a mean thing to say.
Also an untrue thing to say,
Yeah.
actually. No, but yeah, it is
Yeah.
literally that. Okay, the last one I chose because it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's from the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
The saying literally goes, leave it to Batman.
To Batman?
Yeah, leave it to Batman.
Like, just let it go. Like, kind of, let's see where it takes us.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
But it's going in that direction, of course, but it's not that.
Yeah.
Do you want to have another shot, or do you want to...
No, tell me.
It means some problems require superheroes to solve.
Oh.
And I think that's a really nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I mean, of course, I don't know the context this saying is used,
Yeah.
but what it sounds like to me is like when things are out of our control, like you literally cannot change it unless you're a superhero. So just
Yeah.
leave it to Batman.
Nice. That's a nice one.
That's also, yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's really sweet. You did so good. You did so much better than I expected.
Thank you.
Not that I expected you to do bad, but I was thinking like at least 50-50.
Yeah.
I would love to know if the roles were reversed, if I would also be able to tell.
Let's see next week. So tomorrow. Let's see tomorrow.
Yeah, was that fun?
That was so much fun. I loved it.
Yeah, because you were acing this.
Yeah, but like it's just I'm on the edge of my seat. I think I say that a lot, but
There's so many things that get you on the edge of your seat.
yeah, exactly. I'm just an easily excited person. Yeah, I'm just annoyed with the king one.
Yeah, I think if you just listened more closely.
Yeah. But cool. That is so cool. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. And I know that there's so many more sayings.
Yeah.
Like there were also some German ones that I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know the promise the blue off of the sky.
Really?
Didn't know that.
Okay. That's such a nice saying.
Yeah, it is. When did we stop saying these things? In general, when did we stop ornamenting our everyday life? I don't know. I also saw like a meme.
Are you gonna explain the meme now?
No, I will not explain a meme now. But I saw a meme about like back in the day, an architect would put his whole art and passion into one building and said like, oh, in 500 years, people will recognize me and my craft through this building alone. And nowadays, like,
Yeah.
it's not that nowadays everything's brutalist, because I think we're past that.
Yeah.
But it's more like there's no effort into making
It feels like there's no soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
Yeah.
effort into making something pretty anymore.
Yeah, because
These
it's supposed to be functional.
Yeah, functional.
Yeah.
Functionality over, well, aesthetic.
Yeah.
And not that something needs to be emptily aesthetic. But
Yeah.
if something has a heart and soul, then you're just happier.
Yeah.
And that's literally the reason I'm happier in Scotland, in Edinburgh, than I was ever in Germany.
Yeah.
I remember when I first came to Edinburgh, I literally told you this is the prettiest city I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that is just because I think, you know, I grew up in Cologne, Germany, and Cologne is also a really cool and pretty city. It can be a really pretty city.
It's very vibrant.
Yeah. But of course it was destroyed in the war.
Yeah.
And I remember a friend of mine picked me up after my first time in Edinburgh, and he actually made that connection. I didn't go there.
Yeah.
He picked me up, he asked me, oh, and how was Edinburgh? And I said, literally, it's the prettiest city I've ever seen. I've never seen a more beautiful city like that. It still looks like you're in the Middle Ages, and I don't know why, and this and that. And then he said, well, that makes sense. It was untouched by the war.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Like the reason a lot of...
the brutalistic architecture didn't need to happen.
Yeah, it did need to happen. Like,
Brutalist.
brutalist, yeah. Brutalist. There is, like, it needed to be functional, it needed to be quick, it needed to be, you know, I mean, in the end, I mean, I get it, like, also seeing how easily destroyed buildings are. I see how it doesn't make sense to put so much money and so much effort into something that, like an art piece.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, you've got all these pretty buildings here in Scotland, and they are not destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, because they were not targeted.
Oh, you mean now in the war
Yeah,
specifically?
yeah.
Okay.
And
I thought you meant like in general it doesn't make sense to
No,
make things
I
pretty
think
because they get destroyed.
It always makes sense to make things
Yeah.
pretty and to give them your all, and to, you know, I just understand that it needed to be quick and efficient.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of the rebuilt countries, I mean, if you think about it, Poland, architecture-wise,
It's
looks
very-
exactly like Germany.
Exactly, it does.
Like, when we were in Poland, I was like, yeah, that could be Germany.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it looks exactly the same. France already is a bit different.
I mean, France, I don't know, Paris.
Paris, yes.
It's a bit different.
Yes, Paris specifically.
But
It
that's
looks
true, it's
quite...
still got all these stunning architecture, like the Louvre or like just.
I mean,
the tenement
everyday
house.
buildings. Yeah, that's, I think, mainly what I'm talking about is that
Yeah.
when did we stop making everyday buildings worth having a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course the answer is clear. It's war.
Yeah.
I think we would all be happier, or no, let me just speak for myself. I am much happier every day going out and seeing this rather than something that has no soul. Like you could tell, like even the lamps, street lamps, look so pretty here.
Yeah.
They just fit a vibe.
Yeah.
They just fit here.
I agree.
And then, of course,
Edinburgh's so stunning, man.
Yeah. And in Germany, they're just functional.
Yeah.
They're just there to function. They're grey and ugly, and again, like they do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Totally, and I respect that, and I'm thankful for that they exist and all that. But I'm just so much happier when something actually has more than just a functionality.
Yeah.
If we don't reduce something to
because there's art behind it.
Yeah, there was a thought behind it. There was,
Yeah. And I do believe like architects, like they're artists as well.
Yeah, totally.
And
totally. That's why you have always this struggle between architects and people who actually build it.
Yeah.
Who are actually meant to build it. Like, how the are we supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Like, it looks good on your papers, of course, but let's talk practical.
Yeah.
And I think that's always
it's also quicker to build as well.
Yeah.
You know, because back in the day they would take years to finish a building.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Cologne Cathedral.
It's still unfinished.
Still unfinished. I mean, it's under reparations, but I think it took 500 years.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So like, imagine putting your whole life's work as an architect into a building, and your children are like, oh, my dad's just so obsessed with this building, he will never finish it in his lifetime, right? And then their children say the same, and then their children say the same, and it's 5, 6, 7 generations, 500 years. That's what, 7 generations.
Yeah.
You know, or 8. Like, my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was, never saw it finished.
Started this,
And all the generations after it also never saw it finished.
Yeah.
But it's stunning.
Yeah, it is stunning.
It's beautiful.
Breathtaking.
It's one Gothic building.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also so like it's surrounded by so many other ugly buildings, and the museum next to it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but the museum next to it looked like just a block of cement.
It does look like a block of cement.
Awful. And it's just behind it. Like you leave the train station, which I already think it's a bit. Like,
It's a weird spot.
It's a weird spot.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the train station wasn't there first. Like I bet the cathedral was there first, and then the train station happened. But still, you leave the train station, which I think it's a really bad idea.
In general.
In general, like to put a train station next to it, especially when the train station is so ugly. But like you leave the. Sorry. I'm sorry to everyone from Cologne, I guess, but like. I'm saying in comparison to, like you leave it, and the first thing you see is this beautiful building,
It's genuinely
and
just...
Cologne doesn't get prettier than that. Like, I feel like I keep saying all the wrong things. I don't mean it that Cologne is ugly. I mean that it is definitely the most beautiful building in Cologne. You know, so like you leave and you already see this building, and then like, what am I supposed to explore now?
Yeah, I mean to be fair, if you actually walk down a bit, there's a church that looks stunning. If you remember if you go from the dome, from the cathedral, down to my school.
Yes.
And there is a church, beautiful, stunning. And that's generally in Cologne. There's just, every now and then, there's just like one building that's like,
random,
whoa.
Nice building, yeah.
Or similar with, we don't see it anymore, but when we're in Rudolfplatz, there's a big space and there's all the shops, but what we don't see anymore because it's so blending in, it's the
arc.
It's the arc, I think it's a wall, a big entrance of the very, very back in the day when Cologne was smaller. When it was like, I don't know if it was from the Middle Ages, but that was the walls of the city.
Yeah.
When when the city was smaller.
Yeah, true. You don't notice that.
Yeah, you don't notice that anymore.
What was it called? The water aqueduct.
Yeah.
I don't know how you actually pronounce that word.
Aqueduct.
Yeah. Is that how you pronounce it in German?
I think so.
Because I know that word from you saying it.
Yeah. Well.
But you've also got these random little bits and pieces.
But that's from the Roman times.
Yeah.
How much more would that have been preserved if there wasn't fucking war?
Yeah.
Like, war kills humans, obviously.
Yeah.
But also culture. It erases history.
Yeah.
It's such a shame. Also, if we think about, Germans don't have culture.
Yeah.
That's because the, evil people from the Second World War erased all the culture. Of course, back in the day, Germany had dresses, specific dresses, specific foods, specific songs they would sing. It was very similar to Poland, actually. If you looked at historical German dresses and stuff, it just was all unified by the Nazis, and they burned a lot of books and erased a lot of history that they just didn't want to subscribe to, and so a lot of that is gone. So if you just think about Germany and what's German culture, you think, okay, Bavaria, you think Lederhosen, you think, Oktoberfest, and all that, you think bread and beer.
Yeah.
But there was so much more.
Yeah.
If you look at Poland, if you look at these traditional dresses, you listen to the voices, the songs they sing.
Yeah.
It is so rich. It has such a story to tell.
Yeah.
And now,
even though Poland, of course, was also a part of both of the wars.
oh yeah, no, of course.
The cities also get destroyed. And
100%. But I'm saying like that the Nazis specifically targeted German culture and erased it and rewritten it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course they did try to do that with all the other
countries
and stuff. It's just a shame because there would have been so much more, and it's just forgotten.
Yeah.
So many books burned, knowledge burned.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of queer rights stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah, there were books burned in Germany from a German scientist who was researching transgender health and science.
Okay.
And now, during like all this talk of transgenderism didn't exist 50, 60, 100 years
Could
ago.
be useful to have a reference.
And of course, because they were burned.
Of course, you think that.
We cannot say, the first accounts of this and that was.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it is believed that the first accounts of written down transgender people was like literally the Roman times.
Yeah.
This one Roman emperor who was believed to be a trans woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm saying, or like the Library of Alexandria, how much knowledge.
Tragic.
Like, burns should be forbidden to be booked. What? What? Don't book burns, guys. Don't book burns. Books should be forbidden to be burned.
I agree.
What?
No matter what they contain as well.
What?
Yeah. Their context, their knowledge.
Wait, interesting topic though. Because there are books that are forbidden because they are said to contain things that radicalize people. For example, the book of the Mustache Man. The book
I can't believe that you just called him the Mustache Man.
Because he's a mustache man. You know who I mean. I don't mean Charlie Chaplin. The other one.
Yeah.
His book is forbidden, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that good or not?
Ooh.
So like.
See, I think it's hard to say. I think it should definitely be forbidden to be glamorizing it, or to be using quotes from it, or to be living by it, if that makes sense. But I think knowing what's in it is just a right. Do you know what I mean? That everyone should have a right.
So you think it's the lesser evil to actually have it be legal?
Yeah, like maybe not. I don't know.
It's
don't know
really
how I feel
difficult.
About it. It's really difficult because I was gonna say maybe owning it is not okay. For example, maybe it should only like a certain libraries have the access to it, and you can.
But ideas go past library walls.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't know.
It's difficult. I mean, I've never considered pros and cons of that, and I think there's smart people debating about these things.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting thought because we just said books should never be allowed to be burned, or but then there's that, and I'm thinking, is it good or not? Because right now I'm tending towards saying it should be allowed to show how a person can get radicalized.
Yeah.
But then I also know how psychology works. I also know that people will be able to identify with that, and people who weren't radical before will become it because of that, because his propaganda, his way of convincing people could live on because his words survived.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What you can definitely agree on, science should never be banned.
That's true.
Science, like even...
It's just knowledge. It's knowledge that you lose.
Yeah.
And especially like books carry so much knowledge, so much science, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
You lose it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it is super important that there is science also on multiple sides, like that support different points because of the way psychology works, of course. We have biases, and of course scientists are not free of those biases. So when we say, oh, there's studies who support my claim, it's always important to know, okay, is it multiple studies that support the same claim? Or is it one study that just was a one-off? Because just because a study says it doesn't necessarily mean it is exactly that.
That's true.
Because there's so many factors that go into it. And then you have to analyze the study. How big was the peer group?
Yeah.
How long was the
That's true.
experiment?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot say, you know, heart failure only happens in people who are 35 to 65 if you only tested people who are 35 to 65.
Yeah, of course. But that is also why science should not be banned, because the more information we have, the more we can make up our minds about something.
And we can narrow down.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you just have more sources to consider.
Yeah.
And of course that carries on more knowledge by itself.
Yeah. So if anyone says, oh yeah, I've read that in a study, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is correct.
Yeah.
It is always the sum of studies.
Yeah.
And I've learned that from Dr. Mike. I love him. I generally love that there is more and more experts on fields coming on social media and educating.
I like that too. Because social media, it's almost like social media is reclaimed to actually serve a greater purpose. Because there was a time when that was the case. Yeah. Then it feels like maybe not for everyone. Maybe it's just how I got older. Maybe that's just like how my life went. Because of course, like first you're a kid and then you're a teenager, so you kind of just waste your time on social media. But there was time when it was pure entertainment, to me at least. And now I feel like it's reclaiming itself as a source of knowledge.
Also educational space. Yeah. I think that is sadly important because the way we learn, the way we get to information changes. Nowadays we see the trend that people are not able to read a full book anymore, that they're not able to learn the way that schools used to teach, that they immediately turn their brains off if there's something as boring as news. You know, a news anchorman like looking into the camera very dryly and says, today's news are like this and that happened and this and that is a threat and this and that is, you know, like people turn their brains off, and instead of criticizing that, instead of like, of course we can criticize that, but instead of saying, oh, you know, a few years ago everything was better because people still had their attention span, well, yes, we can mourn that. How do we get this information still to these people? Because our attention...
that's the case. That's what we need to deal with right now.
And and it's not productive.
How do we go about it?
Exactly, it's not productive to just complain about it.
And to mourn what it was, rather than just move on and just adapt.
Because meanwhile, these people still need to get this information, and that's why it is super cool that experts like, you know, Dr. Mike, like
Therapy Jeff,
for example. Like, yeah, genuinely, or like because of Dr. Mike, I saw another creator who's a lawyer who always debunks lawyer myths and stuff. The YouTube channel is called The Legal Eagle. And
The Legal Eagle.
And Dr. Mike is called Dr. Mike, I think.
Yeah.
And that's super cool. That's really cool.
That's true.
Especially when we talk about, you know, in some episodes in the past, we said that film and media and series are not there to educate us. So it's not their job to necessarily show something exactly how it is, because they do want to also dramatize things.
Yeah.
While we can want to do art that is extremely close to reality and like very realistic, we have to accept that there's also art that isn't.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And it's not their job to teach that to the audience. However, then it is really cool that creators like Dr. Mike sit there and react to Dr. House, to Grey's Anatomy, to The Good Doctor, to The Pit, like to all these medical shows, and says, yes, that is exactly how it would happen. No, this is not at all how it would happen.
Yeah.
Like one big medical myth that I learned from Dr. Mike is that you don't shock someone like this if you get these defibrillators. you don't shock someone when their heart stops. Like every time in movies or in series.
They do that a lot.
When they don't have a pulse, oh my God, we need to get the defibrillator and
that's
need to
true.
restart the heart. That's not what it does. It's when the heart is in an irregular pattern and beats irregularly, you shock them to stop the heart because the defibrillator stops the heart in the hopes that then it will restart itself in a healthy rhythm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like he says that shocking someone who already has a stopped heart doesn't make sense because the point of the defibrillator is to stop the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
There's probably so many more things like that.
Definitely.
Because, like, on one hand, you say that, like, we should not be taking knowledge from these TV shows, from, like, films and movies, but you don't even realize when you actually think you learned something.
Yeah.
You don't even realize when it sinks in and suddenly you believe
Yeah.
that true because, of course, you don't have this filter.
100%. That's why I try, every time I say something here in this podcast, I try to say, at least that's what I know from this. At least that's what I know from this. At least that's what this and that person said. I really try to not make statements that I don't know for sure are true.
Yeah.
Because in the end, I am just reproducing things that I saw, and I try to be really reflecting on that.
Yeah. And just give your references. I think that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah. But then, on the other hand, you think, what can actually be believed?
That's true.
But then, of course, just...
And what do we actually have the right to claim without providing a reference?
I guess, know your sources.
Yeah.
Like a Facebook meme is probably not your source, a good source.
Yeah.
However, Dr. Mike is someone I would believe more than Dr. House.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because I know how drama works. And while it really entertains me to watch Dr. House, and I've rewatched it so many times, I would not think, oh, I have the same symptoms as this person on Dr. House. Maybe I have that.
Yeah.
Never thought that, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we just talked a lot about everything but DMs.
Absolutely. And the original idea was to go to DMs straight away.
What's that?
And here we go,
Blabbing
talked
along
for half an hour.
Yeah. Actually, we will have time for DMs, but we didn't even tell any story time. Not that we need to or anything. It's just that was the plan. Like every time before an episode, we roughly map out what we want to talk about and like what comes next. So the interactive part, then the DMs, and this and that, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And we totally went off script.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess.
I just really liked last episode that we like spontaneously went into the story time about the names and stuff. And I know that was interesting. A lot of people said in the comments that was their favorite episode because of that.
Yeah, I think it was my favorite episode as well.
Damn!
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So more story times, I guess.
I guess.
Right now, however, let's read some DMs because we've gotten some really cool DMs.
Absolutely. Let me reach for my phone.
Yeah. Before we go into any questions, we have a comment.
Yeah.
There is one person that referred to our funny loss that we brought up in the last episode. And remember when we were speculating why snowmen are not allowed to be over 30 centimeters in Quebec, was it?
Yeah.
And the person actually explained it to us. And apparently you were right.
I was right.
You were correct.
Ha.
So you're...
I said that it's for drivers.
Yeah, to not block the view.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the person says, snowmen are actually not allowed to be taller than 30 inches because they could block views on the streets. And the reason behind not being allowed to paint the houses more than one color, which was another one, is to maintain a cohesive aesthetic within the community.
That's also what I said.
Yeah, also what you said.
I am so good. I am so good at the interactive part.
Ha, well,
you know? I'm so
mean,
good.
I mean, one off.
You were also really good with the genders as well. So.
Well, genders, yeah, but like apparently my theory about like medical reasons why the houses cannot be two colors was totally off. It is literally just the aesthetic. And that I think is ridiculous.
Your reason would have been nicer.
Well, yeah. I mean, because...
It's actually for a greater good.
For a greater good, like to protect people. Laws are there to protect people. No, this law is there to keep an aesthetic.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh God.
Anyway,
now
I just wanted
questions.
I just wanted to clarify that. I wanted to give you
the praise.
The praise.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I've gotten so much praise today.
And I will shower you with more.
Yeah. Okay. Now to the questions.
Yeah.
There is one person who sent us a good few questions actually. Each of them amazing. So I'm just going to read them to you. Do you think societal norms around productivity or hustle culture affect our creative expression? Another one is, listening to your last episode where you did the interactive segment of guessing the gender of the Polish noun made me wonder if there are ways in which the structure of a language, like gendered nouns or formal/informal forms, can unconsciously reinforce biases.
100%.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I would love to go into it as well. Then, as someone who sometimes writes, how does one separate personal identity from the characters or stories you create? Sometimes when I write or relate to a character, I wonder, am I really like them, or am I projecting or trying to be like them? And lastly, do you think humans tend to romanticize suffering or struggle? If yes, why do you think that is? We'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these. And I would love to answer each of these.
All of them. Those are some really good questions.
Yeah.
Those are questions that I think we could start a whole episode with.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out.
I know.
Really great. Cool. More of these, please.
I know.
Where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start? Ooh.
The gender one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, are there ways in which the structure of a language, like gendered nouns or formal/informal forms, can unconsciously reinforce biases? And that's, I think it's 100% true.
100%.
It's 100% true. Both the genders as much as the formal, informal forms. For example, in English, the fact that you have the singular and plural you that you use to strangers as well as your friends, I think that just creates this whole different relationship you have to the stranger, because suddenly it's a you, do you know what I mean? Like
It's closer.
It's closer, you're on the same level, and you can just communicate to them like you were with your friend, you know? Maybe that's also why the English people have this whole culture of small talk as well. Maybe not. Maybe that's not why. But that's just one of the examples, I think.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I always found it weird.
What, small talk?
No. that English doesn't have a formal and informal you, that everything's just you. I was thinking if there is a formal you, which is just the plural.
Exactly.
And you just don't hear the difference.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can pay your respect to a stranger really is by calling them by their second name.
Yeah.
Rather than just using a formal you. But
Yeah.
you're right, that does change the relationship, and that has nothing to do with gender, because gender is a whole different topic here.
Yeah.
I know that a big problem in gendered language is non-binary pronouns, or identifying as non-binary. Because, well, there is one thing to use neo-pronouns. For example, in English you have he, him, she, her, and they, them, right? If you cannot identify as either, and not to go into, of course, new pronouns right now, just like
the most common ones.
To refer to the most common ones right now, just because I understand how binary languages can be. They, them, in English, is being used for anyone you don't know the gender of.
Of course.
It doesn't have anything to do with their gender identity.
Yeah.
So if I say I'm meeting a friend, when are you meeting them?
Yeah.
It was always like this.
Yeah,
so it makes it much
absolutely.
easier to use they, them for people you don't know the gender of. Meanwhile, in German, they, them doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's just she, her, or he, him. And
But you do also have neutral nouns. How
Yeah.
does that work?
well, you cannot use the pronouns for a neutral noun on a person because that's really derogatory.
Okay.
You cannot. People who are non-binary in German try to say, well, I'm not an it
Okay.
as well. Some people do identify with it,
Fair enough, yeah.
but there's this notion of like, I'm not an object. Because in German, the neutral nouns only refer to objects. So it is kind of a problem. Just because we are lacking in German a neutral pronoun for a person, people have such a hard time, who are non-binary have such a hard time. So the one thing that you can really do in German is just avoid pronouns for a person. When a friend of mine came out as non-binary, they asked me to only refer to them by their name. So that led to me saying their name 50 times in a sentence, but
Fair
that
enough.
way I avoided pronouns.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they
In
just
German,
wanted-
yeah.
Yeah, in German, of course. In English, I can just say they, them.
Yeah.
And of course, in German, there is now a neo-pronoun, which should be like just derived from the English they, them, which is they, dem. But in German, it is nu.
Yeah.
And there's always this.
It's always this transitional period where the society needs to adjust to it,
Yeah.
and of course,
Yeah.
some people just refuse to use it.
I mean, you know how people are with neopronouns in English.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they're like that in German as
Yeah.
well. And in German as well, they, them is even a neopronoun, which it isn't in English, but in German it is. So my friend just asked me, hey, could you just use my name all the time? I did. And that kind of solved the problem. However, then there are languages that gender the verbs.
Yeah. Polish does.
Italian does. Like when you say this person woke up, you either say the female waking up or the male waking up.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to only gender nouns, but it's a whole different beast if you have to gender the adjectives, the verbs,
Yeah.
because different
Does
language.
German not gender adjectives and verbs?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Yeah. Polish genders
No.
everything. Verbs, nouns, adjectives.
In Germany,
so
you can
it's-
always avoid it. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very tricky. I think in Polish, what was created was similar to German, the neutral form, and a lot of non-binary people I know of, they just go for the neutral, which also is used for objects a lot, but also it's used for the words like kid.
Aha.
It's also it,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So it kind of is a bit more human. It feels
Yeah.
a bit more human.
Because it is also used for humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Germany it isn't.
Okay.
So like everything that is das,
Yeah.
yeah? Instead of der, die, das is almost exclusively for objects. Yeah, so it is definitely a problem. There is biases. And then, of course, we already talked about limitations of language. Today is a very language heavy.
It is.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, not like the other episodes are not language heavy, but today is a lot of language theory.
Yeah.
In English, there is the differentiation between sex and gender.
Yes.
And that implies an inherent separation between biological gender and gender expression. Because one is sex, one is gender. That doesn't exist in German. Both of them have one word. And when
Okay. Same with Polish.
Yeah, and when I try to explain that to people, what transgender is and why, you know, it is lol valid and what it actually means, and that you're not changing your gender and all that, and I try to explain it to them by saying, hey, in English it's easier to explain because there is a differentiation. Gender is not gender. Sex and gender are two different things. And yeah, so even that limitation, I think, keeps a people narrow-minded. Narrow-minded.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's very true.
Like all of these things, not only gendered nouns, verbs, and adjectives, but literally where the language lacks language to
Yeah.
describe things that it doesn't know,
Yeah.
really inhibits the worldview of some people.
That's true. In Poland, what's becoming more and more popular as well is that non-binary people, instead of going by the neutral pronouns, they go by the pronouns opposite to what they were assigned at birth.
Yeah.
Which I think is also a smart way to go about it and a way to avoid the discomfort that comes from people ignoring your pronouns. Do you know what I mean? Which, of course, it's in a way, it's also adjusting to what the society expects
Yeah.
from you, which is also not good.
Yeah.
But I see that as the easiest. It can be easiest for them.
Yeah, I see why they would choose to do that, but
Yeah.
then if that sticks around for too long, they would also, of course, feel dysphoric, uncomfortable with the wrong pronoun still,
Yeah.
because like all of that is just incorrect,
Yeah.
and they just go into the extreme because their the pronoun that matches their gender assigned at birth
Yeah.
is just more hurtful.
That's fair enough.
But that's just the lesser evil,
Yeah.
and I think well,
I mean, I
like-
think it depends on the person. I think some people actually
yeah, no,
just
of course,
prefer
but,
that,
then there's people who of course go by they she,
Yeah.
they he they, she they,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. But then there's people who are just like literally they them all the way,
yeah.
and I cannot deal with any other pronoun, and I don't want to, and they
Yeah, yeah,
shouldn't
valid.
be. Yeah, and they shouldn't be forced to. But language forces them to, and that's why that's why it is important that we, you know, allow language to grow.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about gendering just nouns? Do you reckon the fact that, for example, a table in German is masculine?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that impacts how you view
Oh, that's also yeah.
the world as well?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking specifically about a T-bill, but like the fact that everything around you is gendered.
Yes.
Like what?
Association.
How does your association? How does your relation to the word, to the object, change?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
Because I think that can also have a big impact on how you perceive just the world around you.
Yeah. 100%. Things to associate, like things that are masculine or feminine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know that there are some words that are inherently female. For example, in German, the word cleaning lady doesn't have a male version. And even if you neutralize that and just say cleaning personal or cleaning worker, it's female.
Wow.
Putzkraft, die Putzkraft.
Yeah.
But then, on the other hand,
in Polish, it's, for example, pilot.
Pilot?
It's only male.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand...
they say Mrs. Pilot, but of course, that's not ideal.
Is there a debate about gendering?
There is.
Because I think in the English language, it goes the other way. So, there is... Okay, now, don't quote me on this, because I only know the German side of it and briefly heard about the English side of it. That in German, there is words like pilot or doctor and stuff. They are inherently male. And then there's this effort to gender it, to say doctress, pilotress,
same thing happening in Poland.
Actress, right?
Yeah.
And that it's really important to do so.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, totally makes sense. However, I think in the English language, it's the opposite. That words like actress, doctress are like trying to be gotten rid of because they are inherently neutral.
Yeah.
And I think the thought behind it is, if we say something like actress, it implies that actor is male. And this is an association that we don't want to have.
Yeah.
And the only thing it is possible for it to go the other way around is that they don't have these gendered nouns. Yeah, because nouns are gendered in German, the word actor is male.
Yeah.
So saying actress is important to, well, get rid of the notion that an
like
actor must be male.
Yeah.
But of course, in English, actor is not, the noun itself is not male.
Yeah.
It's just a noun.
Yeah, totally. I think it's very important as well for gendered languages to explore that, because in Poland, for example, a lot of the conversations that were happening were also about how. So, for example, a pilot, person who flies a plane, is pilot.
Yeah.
And if you would say pilotka, which is kind of like, well, the pilot, but a woman, the word pilotka also means a funny hat.
Ah.
And
So it's ridiculing that immediately.
a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's also the whole conversation about that happening at the minute.
Language can be so complicated.
Yeah.
Because people adjust very slowly.
That's true.
So it is not getting easier for the people who need it to adjust right now. Man. There is definitely more to the DM. There's so many questions there.
There's so many questions. I would love to answer each of them.
However, I don't think we have the time. I think we're running out.
That's very true.
I think we have to end today's episode on this note.
Yeah.
It was today, again, a very chaotic episode, dare I say. I don't know, maybe it doesn't feel chaotic to you because I fixed it in post-production, and maybe I fixed the edit. But it felt really chaotic.
It felt very chaotic.
So
we need to go back to structure tomorrow.
Yes. And tomorrow I would love to go into more of these questions.
Yeah.
Because those are
beautiful,
delicious questions.
Yeah, perfect.
And yeah, that I'm going to edit this week.
Nice.
You will see it. But the other one I will edit in Germany.
Yeah, nice.
And I will be in Germany. I hope you had a lot of fun despite all the chaos.
Yeah.
And I hope you understood our mixed up explanations of things. Like we were stuttering a lot because we talked about a lot of complex things.
We did.
Maybe we should go back to dumb things. Okay. Either way, hope you had fun. Hope you were not disappointed with today's episode. And I hope you're looking forward to next week's episode, which we're gonna film tomorrow. I said that so many times already. You get it. You get it. We film it tomorrow. Like, it's not interesting. Like, okay, we got it, Rafa. We got it. You film it tomorrow. It's okay. Anyway, see you next week.
Same time, same place. Thank you for tuning in today.
Yes. And yeah,
Don't scream, I'll cry.
don't scream or cry.